Hi students, in the last class we had got this point, that is we are going to discuss about reducing agents that are used to extract a metal from its metal oxide, and the selection of reducing agent in the reduction of a metal to metal oxide is dependent upon a topic that is called Ellingham diagram. What is this purpose? What is the purpose of Ellingham diagram? Means the purpose of the Ellingham diagram is to understand the nature of reducing agent, or in a simple word we can say which reducing agent is chosen to reduce the metal oxide to metal. It is the basic principle here. And why is it chosen also, we will be learning at the end. In all these topics that we are going to learn about this Ellingham diagram, we are going to study the extraction of metal from the metal oxide. Generally this takes place at high temperatures. Yes, at a very high temperature only we can extract the metal. There is the branch of science that deals with extraction of metals involved at high temperatures. That is the branch we call as pyrometallurgy. What are we calling that one as? The pyrometallurgy. What do we learn here? The branch of science and technology. We already mentioned metallurgy itself is the technological process that deals with high temperatures. It is dealing with high temperature in extraction and refining of metals. So this is the branch of science that is dealing with the pyrometallurgical process. Here there are some metal oxides that can be reduced to metals at low temperatures, but most of the metal oxides needs very high temperatures that need to be reduced into the metals. So we have chosen both examples here. One example I have taken from the metal oxide that needs less temperature. It is with extraction at low temperature and given. You know the cinnabar. What is the cinnabar? It is the ore of mercury sulfide. From there we got mercury oxide. This mercury oxide, if you start heating at a temperature of 350 degrees Celsius, then this mercury oxide will decompose to give mercury and oxygen. But when you go on trying the same in the case of zinc oxide, it will be decomposed at a temperature of 1400 degrees Celsius. So in these both cases, which is the highest temperature? The 14 degrees Celsius is the highest temperature. Means if you want to heat that metal oxide up to the highest temperature, you must supply the fuel for it, for the purpose of heating. So it is cost effective. You must give a very high input amount for that to be decomposed. So what we are doing is, we are making our reaction. Which reaction? The temperature that is used at high temperature for decomposing the zinc oxide to zinc, we are trying to get it at a very low temperature by introducing the reducing agent. By introducing the reducing agent like coke. In the last class we got the point. Zinc oxide when reacted with coke, it is getting reduced. Which is getting reduced? Zinc oxide is getting reduced. Zinc oxide is getting reduced to metallic zinc, and oxidized. This is achieved around 673 Kelvin, or you can say it is around only 400 degrees Celsius. How much it is? Around only 400 degrees Celsius. So we are able to achieve this reaction at a very low temperature by the users of a reducing agent. So by the users of reducing agent, we are able to maintain the extraction of metal cost efficient. Now we are going to study which reducing agent is used for reducing the metal oxides. For all the metal oxides, we will not use only coke. Different reducing agents will be used. Those reducing agents are selected from the Elingham diagram. Let us continue into the Elingham diagram. What are the components present in the diagram? What is this Elingham diagram? When we study, it is like a graphical representation obtained by taking temperature versus Gibbs free energy. We can have this word Gibbs free energy that we had learned in the thermodynamics of the first year. What is this Gibbs free energy? How is it represented? This Gibbs free energy is generally represented with the symbol delta G. What is it explaining? It is the amount of energy to do useful work. What is it? The amount of energy to do useful work. That is the free energy available in the reaction, you can see. This is the amount of free energy that is available in the reaction to do a particular useful work. We got one equation also there. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S from the first year. What are these terminologies? Delta G means we came to know it is the amount of free energy to do useful work. It is not the complete free energy. It is just a part of free energy. But what is delta H here? Delta H is the change in enthalpy. Change in enthalpy. Let us see what is meant by change in enthalpy. For example, you are doing a reaction. In this reaction, what is happening means the metal oxide you are going to convert into metal plus oxygen. For this purpose, what are you doing? You are giving heat for the reaction. We already came to know mercury oxide is heated at a temperature of 350 degrees Celsius. So what is happening? You are giving heat to the reaction. What are those reactions called that are absorbing heat to continue the reaction? Shall we call them as the endothermic reactions? We shall call them as the endothermic reactions. Those endothermic reactions are absorbing the heat. Means here the change in enthalpy, it depends upon the type of reaction. So we came to know one point, the change in enthalpy. You are supplying some amount of heat. That is called whether heat is given to the system or heat is evolved from the system. In this reaction, heat is given. Heat is absorbed by the system. When heat is absorbed by system, then the change in enthalpy will be a positive value. The change in enthalpy will be a positive value. What if heat is given by the system to the surroundings? Shall we call them as exothermic reactions? And for exothermic reactions, the change in enthalpy will be a negative value. In this example, it is showing a positive value. Then, what is the remaining term? T delta S. Here, delta S stands for change in entropy. What does this mean? Change in entropy. What is the meaning of entropy? Entropy means disorderness. What does the meaning of entropy means? Entropy means disorderness. Coming for this word, disorderness. When you take a small ice cube, what are we choosing as? Ice cube. What is the state of the ice cube? The state of the ice cube will be a solid state. Shall we come to the basic point? In the solids, how are the atoms arranged? They are arranged in very close pattern. They are in a particular order. In the case of solids, they are in a particular order. Now when we place the ice cube out of the room temperature, it will be changing into liquid. It will be changing into liquid. In the liquid state of matter, we does not say the orderness is same like in the solid. Now it is having some disorderness when compared with solid. Now if you heat the water for 100 degrees Celsius, into what state that water particles will be changed? Can you could say the water particles will be changing to the gaseous state? Which state? Gaseous state. Now in which case disorderness is more? Disorderness is more in the case of gases. Disorderness is more in the case of gases. How is the disorderness being changed? Disorderness is being changed with increasing temperature. With increasing temperature. How is the disorderness changed? Disorderness is changed with increasing temperature. Yes, our entire Gibbs free energy can be calculated from these terms. Especially here, the key point is when you go on increasing the temperature, what is happening for the disorderness? Disorderness is increasing. Disorderness is increasing. We are having a curve here indicating two axes. One axis is with temperature, that is expressed in Kelvin. In the Ellingham diagram, one axis, x-axis I can call, it is having a temperature expressed in the Kelvin, and another one is with delta G naught, that is Gibbs free energy in the standard state. We get Gibbs free energy related for mole of oxygen. So Ellingham diagram is the diagram that is going to be drawn by two axes, Gibbs free energy versus temperature. Gibbs 1200 degrees Celsius, it is expressed as 1473 Kelvin. So what is the electron diagram drawn between Gibbs free energy versus temperature? But in this diagram, you will be coming across different lines. One line is going down, one line is going above, whereas one line is in a horizontal condition. Most of the students will be confused here. Why the lines are going above, why they are going below, and why they are horizontal. We will be having a clear-cut explanation now for these lines that are going in different directions. Before we go on, please note on the point, whenever the line is going down, in the initial stage, where is the line? It is at a point around 200 and minus 300 is there around 20, around minus 280 approximately, delta G, that is Gibbs free energy. At the ending line, you compare its point. To compare the point. In this case, is the Gibbs free energy decreasing more at the end of the line? Here it is minus 280. When you refer the line, here it may be minus 600 delta G naught. Means in the starting of the reaction, its Gibbs free energy is negative. But at the ending of the reaction, its Gibbs free energy is becoming more negative. What is happening for the Gibbs free energy? More negative. I am repeating the point. In the starting of the reaction, see this line indicates coke. C is nothing but the coke. It is reacting we can speak like coke is reacting with oxygen gas to give carbon monoxide gas. Coke is in a solid form. It is reacting with gaseous oxygen to form 2 moles of carbon dioxide. 2 moles of carbon dioxide. Let us compare this topic into the entropy. What is entropy we discussed? Entropy is the disorderness of the system. Entropy is the disorderness of the system. I just want to give the main key. In the reactants, how many moles of gaseous substances are present? You can see there are 2 moles of solid substance, that is coke, and only 1 mole of oxygen gas is present. 1 mole of oxygen gas is present. Come to the products. These are the gaseous state. Carbon monoxide is in the gaseous state. How many moles you got? 2 moles of carbon monoxide you got. 2 carbons are reacting with the number of oxygens to give 2 moles of carbon monoxide gas. Now let us bring to that point here. So let us observe the reaction. I want to call, there are 3 lines for you. One line is going down, above and horizontal. This line that is going down, I am giving a labeling as A. This line I am giving labeling as B, and above line I am giving as labeling as C. So for the 3 lines, I want to give clear explanation. The line A, first let us see about the line. What is the line from? It is the line that is observed by the reaction of carbon coke with oxygen gas to form carbon monoxide gas. Our task is to study 1 mole of gaseous substance, and on the product side we had 2 moles of gaseous substances. In order to continue this point, we want the key point from the thermodynamics, that is delta Ng. The change in number of moles of gaseous substances in a reaction. Change in number of moles of gaseous substances in a reaction. It is given as number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. Number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. In this one, how many number of moles of products are there? Gaseous products are there? 2 moles we have. So, number of moles of gaseous products are 2 minus number of moles of gaseous reactants, 1 mole we have. Shall we see here? The difference is 1. What is the difference we got? 1. We want to conclude the main point that here, when the number of moles of gaseous products are more than the reactants, we are going to say it is going to be the reaction which entropy is increasing. The reaction which entropy is increasing. When number of moles of products are greater than number of moles of reactants. Here what will happen? The disorderness increases. The disorderness increases. Because the disorderness is nothing but change in entropy. How is this entropy increasing? With increasing temperature. With increasing temperature. Please study here. This is the delta G. Initially, what is the temperature here we had? 273 Kelvin. At the end of the reaction, the delta G approximately, I have given it on the final approximately minus 600 delta G got. What is the temperature here? It is nearer to 1200, or I can say it is around 1100 degrees Celsius. Means the delta G is getting more negative value with increasing temperature. With increasing temperature. So what we want to read is the disorderness is increasing. The disorderness increases. Disorderness increases with increasing temperature. That decreases delta G value. Means it makes more negative delta G value. This is the main key concept here, children. With increasing temperature, the disorderness is increasing. That is decreasing the delta G or the Gibbs free energy into more negative value. So this is the graph majorly related. Now please observe why the line is decreased, having a negative slope. We want to speak why it is having a negative slope. In some books, you can also find as it was given as only carbon, but I have given as 2 moles of carbon plus O2 gives rise to 2CO. Why the line is decreasing? The slope, the line is having a negative slope because with increasing temperature, the disorderness is increasing. How to calculate the disorderness? The disorderness is calculated with application of the Gibbs free energy from our thermodynamics, that is delta number of moles of products minus number of moles of reactants, gaseous substances. In the equation, we have 2 moles of gaseous products whereas 1 mole of gaseous reactant. So, when the number of moles of products, gaseous products are more than the number of moles of gaseous reactants, here we got a positive value. When this is a positive value, then we speak disorderness is increasing. Disorderness is increasing. The same we got in the form of words here. With increase in temperature. With increase in temperature, entropy becomes more positive. Entropy becomes more positive. That is, disorderness is becoming more and more. Thus, delta G becomes more negative. Delta G becomes more negative. By observing the delta G value, we can study whether the reaction is an spontaneous reaction or non-spontaneous reaction. Do you remember in your first year thermodynamics, delta G values, whatever they have a negative, they are considered as an spontaneous reaction. What are they considered as an spontaneous reaction? And delta G, if the value is positive, it is an non-spontaneous reaction. Reaction may not happen. Reaction may not happen. So in this point, what did we observe under the line A? Initially minus 280 approximately delta is there, delta G is there, and finally minus 600 is the delta G. Why there is a change? There is a change because the number of moles of gaseous products is more than the number of moles of gaseous reactants. Means entropy had increased with increase in temperature. So the delta G became negative, that is making the reaction more spontaneous. Let us study the remaining 2 curves B and C, and you will observe now which is the more spontaneous reaction. Let us study in the line B. In the line B, here it started. Its delta G, that is negative values around 33 minus 380 approximately. It was going on indicating that carbon coke is reacting with oxygen gas to form carbon dioxide gas. What is the line B is expressing? Coke is reacting with oxygen gas to form carbon dioxide gas. Can you study the change in number of moles of gaseous substances? The change in number of moles of gaseous substances, the equation was given here about line B. This line B, why is it a straight line? When compared with the previous line that went down, why is this one is a straight line? Can you observe? Here the delta G is around minus 380, and the end of the reaction also you can find the same. It is in the same minus 380. There is no variation. It is going in a straight line because number of products, gaseous products is 1 mole. Number of gaseous reactant is also 1 mole. 1 minus 1, 0. So there is no change in the delta G value. Gibbs free energy with increase in temperature. So it is going in a straight line. Let us take up the line C. This is the line C dimension. In this line C, it is going on in an increasing. Why is it increasing? The line is not going in a straight the previously. It is having a positive slope. We can call as a positive slope. Why so? What is the reaction on this line C? You can observe 2 moles of was the positive slope. Means shall we speak in the starting what is delta G negative value? Approximately 550 G delta G. Approximately, it's not a given or true. I have given approximately. In the final, where is its delta G value we got? It is decreasing from negative to positive. It is becoming more positive instead of becoming more negative. Why? When you observe the change in number of moles of gaseous substances, the number of moles of products minus number of moles of reactants. How many moles of products are there? 2 moles of gaseous products are there. Whereas number of moles of reactants are 3. 2 minus 3 minus 1. So, when the number of moles of the gaseous substances are decreasing, becoming minus, entropy will become negative. What we learned previous case? Entropy will become positive, then delta G will become negative. But here, when entropy is becoming negative, then delta G will become positive. The delta G value is becoming a positive value with increase in temperature. Can you conclude? When delta G is becoming a positive, then the reaction is a non-spontaneous reaction. Then the reaction is a non-spontaneous reaction. In this class, we have concluded how the number of moles of gaseous substances are related for the entropy, that is related for Gibbs free energy. In the upcoming class, we will continue from here. That is, how many kinds of different kinds of lines are there in the Ellingham diagram. Up to now we have discussed a negative slope, a slope which is not having a line which is not having any change in the slope, and a positive slope. So these are the different kinds of slopes we come across in the Ellingham diagram, that is related to the entropy. But don't forget, Ellingham diagram is drawn between delta G versus temperature.